Republican vice presidential nominee JD Vance is being touted as the next generation of the Republican Party. But it's the potential second lady, Usha Vance, that has everybody talking. Usha is formidable on her own, meeting her husband at Yale Law School after getting her master's in philosophy from the University of Cambridge. And if that's not enough, she clerked for Supreme Court Justices Brett Kavanaugh and John Roberts. JD Vance speaking with Megyn Kelly in 2020.
People don't realize how just brilliant she is.
In a rare appearance on Fox and Friends alongside her husband, Usha Vance was asked if she was ready for the scrutiny of being a second lady.
The first campaign that he embarked on to be a shock. It was so different from anything we'd ever done before. But it was an adventure. And so I guess the way that I'd put it is I'm not raring to change anything about our lives right now. But I really, I believe in JD and I really love him. And so we'll just sort of see what happens.
Usha has been less forthcoming so far on where she stands politically. She voted in a Democratic primary as recently as 2014. That's according to public records, but then voted in the 2022 Republican primary when her husband was running for Senate in Ohio. She's Hindu, raised by Indian immigrant parents in California. Her husband credits her with helping him return to his faith.
Even though I was raised Christian, I'd never been baptized, so I was baptized the first time in 2018, I think. It's funny, Usha was not raised Christian, is actually not Christian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I remember when I started to re-engage with my own faith, Usha was very supportive.
On Monday, after Donald Trump announced his VP pick, she resigned from her corporate law position, saying in a statement this, to focus on caring for our family. The couple have 3 children, and with the stakes so high in this pivotal election, Usha will serve not only as a mother, but likely counsel to her husband, the possible next vice president of the United States.
Yas is joining us now. Yas, we're so glad you're with us. We miss you here in Milwaukee. Talk us through Usha Vance here, because her husband has sort of joked that maybe she could help him when it comes time to debate Kamala Harris, if and when that happens.
He talks a lot about and touts her CV, Hal, and I think you can understand why, right? University of Cambridge, Yale Law School as well. He has said, essentially, when it comes to that debate, which, by the way, the date has not yet been set, he lives with a litigator at home. And so he is very prepared to debate someone like Kamala Harris, who obviously is a good debater herself, being a lawyer. So certainly, I think JD Vance is going to be looking to Usha for some counsel, especially when it comes to their relationship, and what he has said, that she humbles him to a certain extent throughout this entire process of being chosen as the candidate for vice president of the United States for the Republican Party, Hal.
The spotlight is obviously on her husband tonight, but she will introduce him, and in every way, this is also her introduction to the American viewing audience.
You think about second gentlemen and second for second ladies as well before her, right? Doug Emhoff, along with Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, who is now the first lady. Incredibly significant, right? They talk about JD Vance, as you've been there talking to so many folks on the floor at the convention, seeing him as the future of the Republican Party, certainly his spouse, Usha Vance, a part of that sentiment. So her introduction really to the world, because many of us knew nothing about her, will be incredibly important, not only for JD Vance, but for the former president as well, as he accepts and makes his speech tonight, Hal.
Yasmin Vossoughian. Great to see you, Yas. Thank you.
Thank you, Hallie.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.